Now I'm live.
There it is. Hooray!
Welcome back. Had a great lunch. Cindy made chicken Caesar and we had banana bread. And we're in for 10 more cards. Alrighty. I love this next card. We'll just wait until people come on and Cindy will tell me when to begin. But this is a really cute one. Interactive, which I love. Yeah, so if you see anything that you want, just let us know and Kathy will order it for you. I noticed some people want that gift card holder.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember who makes that one?
One Fun.
Okay.
But I'm sure she'll be ordering again.
We have 10 people with us now.
Okay. How many did we have before?
Up to 14.
Okay.
I've got you over here, but not over here yet.
In case anybody is interested, there were 40 kids. So, well, 38 people. So this card is using the gold. And we have, da-da-da-da. Alrighty. Oh, I said already. Okay. Carefully take out the next one.
And what number is this? What number card is this? 6?
7.
Okay.
Yes, I did want to make mention that, what am I doing here? My friends of 25 years or whatever, Linda and Paulette, they come over to my house now and we kit together. So the three of us make these card kits. They have been doing this for a long time and they do a wonderful job. And then since I've closed my store, I've joined in and I am making the kits with them. So that's how these all come to be. So we're starting the Simply Stated card kits this week, and we'll be making those. So we have a real system down, and they're extremely organized in their cutting and whatnot. All right, so this is card number 7, and it is a little interactive card. And I have detailed instructions for you to make it again, right here. And it's called an inside swing out card. So I'm going to grab my number 7, 8. There we go. And I've uploaded to YouTube the last video, so it's up. All right, so we have Happy Holidays, 'Tis the Season, and we have some doves. I think that's a partridge in a pear tree. Pear, 2 doves, a star, and a pine branch. Okay? So those are all the things we need. Our card, we have a little piece of acetate. So put that somewhere so you don't lose it. We have our mechanism, that is all scored for you. We have a gold strip. We have 2 star papers. We have a gold paper. We have a white paper. We have a star paper, and we have a gold paper. All right? Okay, let's work on the mechanism. So I'm going to take these and put all of this aside. And all we need now is our card and the mechanism. Okay? All right. So what we're going to do is we are going to fold on these score lines. Okay? So I'm just folding on the score lines. And I'm going to go both ways. I'm going to do mountain and valley just to make them work. Now you're going to see there's diagonal folds here, so we're going to fold on those. And then there's one in the middle as well. Okay? So now it looks like this. Okay? So you can see how you push these in, and it looks like that. So I'll get everybody to do that. All right. So what we're going to do is we are going to put tape So I'm going to put tape here and here. So we'll put 2 rows. You want a strong adhesive because this is the mechanism. So I'm going to put 2 rows of tape there. And we'll put 2 rows here. Okay. All right. So now it looks like this. So these sides are pushed in. And then this, it's all flat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the tape backing off of the larger one on the left and bring my card in. And I'm going to place this, see where that center score line is? I'm going to put this up against that, just on the right side of the score line, all right? And it's in the middle. I'm just eyeballing it. So hold it in place like that, and then just close up your card. And it attaches to this side, okay? So now it looks like this. Oops. All right. Now what we're going to do is we are going to take off this tape backing. Okay. And I'm going to fold it tuck it under like that. So see that I've got it like that. And then I'm taking it and I'm tucking it under and attaching it. Okay? So now, when I close it, it looks like this. All right? So that flap is under there. And then you go like this, and you can see how that mechanism works. All right. Find my acetate. Okay. Got my acetate here. Got my pencil. So what we're going to be doing is we are going to be attaching our acetate here and here. Okay? So here and here. So I'm going to cut my acetate. And I've given you a piece. I'm just going to cut 1/4 of an inch. So you'll have some left over. 1/4 of an inch pieces. Okay? Now where did my other piece go? Not sure. That's why you have extra.
Oh, I see it.
Oh, there it is. All right, so here's X. I'm going to put a piece there. And I'm going to put a piece here. So I'm just going to put a little piece of tape. Whoops. On the end of my acetate. I'd say that's about 1/4 of an inch. And then I'm going to place it on that X. So now you can see it move. See that? And I'm going to do the same with this one. I'm going to put about 1/4 of an inch of tape. And I'm going to put it right in there. You don't want it to go over that triangle. You want it to stay within that triangle. Okay, so now you can see that the birds are going to fly. See that? So I will let you do that. Ta-da! All right. So that is the mechanism. Not hard at all, and very effective. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are going to take this white piece right here, and this is going to be attached here. Now the only place I'm gonna move that gold down, it's kind of, the only place this is attached is this little square, okay, just on the square. Don't get it on the triangle. So I'm going to put tape on that square, okay? And then this piece, I'm going to line it up. I leave about 1/8 of an inch at the bottom and 1/8 of an inch at the top, and line it up with the left side of the mechanism. And then that covers the mechanism up. See that? Alrighty. Once that's done, we are going to put our gold and one of these on here. Not sure why I have two. You don't need two. You have an extra one. Spellbinders has beautiful gold and silver paper. And as you can see, it's gold on both sides. Okay. All right. Now what we're going to do is we are going to take our Happy Holidays, this Happy Holidays, and I'm going to put it on here, leaving 1/8 of an inch on each side and then trimming it. And then that is going across here. Okay? So we can do that now. So I'll just put some tape on here. I'm leaving 1/8 of an inch border. And then I'm just going to use my scissors. You could use your paper trimmer if you wanted. And then we have Happy Holidays. All right. Now I'm going to just dry fit this just to show you where it's going to go. So it's going in between your two pieces of acetate, all right? But I want you to take the pear, and the pear is going to slide underneath here, like so. So just put that there, and I'm going to add tape to it. And slide it under there. And then remove this and add this. Okay, so it goes in between those pieces of acetate. And I've got it right over to the left-hand side. All right? So just kind of eyeball that and flip it over and add your adhesive. There we go. You don't want it hanging over. Okay? All right. I'll give you a second on that. We'll get our birds. Now our birds are going to rest on that acetate. Okay, so I'm going to put my bird across there. So you can just add some adhesive to the back of your bird. I put it along this long side here. See that? So across here. And then I'm just going to put that across here, like so. Now there's going to be some acetate hanging off on the right side, so you can just trim it off. Okay, so there's one bird. Close it up. It's not hanging on the bottom. It's not hanging over on the side, so it's perfect. And then the next bird, I'm going to have it flying like this. So across the body, I'll show you where I'm going to put my adhesive. So right across there. And then I'm going to put that bird there. And now, there they are. So I can cut that off as well. I've made this card with butterflies, and it looks lovely. It's a fun card to make. And there's our birds. Cute. So I'll give you time to get those on. I love interactive cards. So cute. All right. It's easier than you thought, right? I know it is. Okay. I'm going to take the gold piece. And glue it onto the front of our card. And then the leftover piece of the one where we did the inside sentiment, we're going to do the same on this one. So 'tis the season. And I'm going to leave 1/8 of an inch and just trim it. This is when long blade scissors are to your advantage. There we go. Alrighty. Okay. So now we're going to take the star paper I got 2 of those too.
Oh,
I hope somebody's not missing them.
I hope not.
So now I'm taking the gold star and I'm putting it about 1/4 of an inch from the top and in the center, okay? And then I'm taking the pine and I'm going to put it just below the star. You can tuck it under the, I'll just do it like that. All right, just gonna add a little bit of tape there. So it looks like that. And then I'm going to pop dot my turtle dove. And put it right there. Okay, how pretty is that? And then 'Tis the Season is going to go right here. Just gonna Now, I'm going to put foam tape on the back of this and raise it up. You can use those pop dots as well. I'm just going to use this. Now, this foam tape comes in a huge roll, and it's by iCraft,
I think that's right.
and it is great. It lasts for a very long time. And I love it. Very economical. I think it's only like $25 for the whole roll, and it's massive.
Yeah, it's kind of comical when you first buy it.
Yeah, you think, oh my goodness, I'll never use all that, but I've used it. Alrighty, so there's our card, and then it opens up like that. Who wouldn't want to get this?
So pretty.
And then you can do your personal message on the left-hand side. I love it. So pretty. So that was card number 7. So you'll be able to make it again just following these instructions. Now we're at the one I thought was number 1, the double gatefold card. So cute. I just pulled a piece of acetate off of this. Alrighty. So this is the one I was talking about, how much I liked it because it's self-closing. You don't have to have a belly band on it. So cute. So we've got Santa on the rooftop and the tree and the presents. And then this opens up for your personal sentiment. So it's great. All right. All right. What we have here is a piece of red paper. And we have the little card. And we have some patterned paper. It looks like sweaters. 2 of those. And then we have 2 of the little mechanism to make it self-closing. We have 2 of those. And you have 2 cards, all right? And you're supposed to have 2 cards. So that's not a mistake. Because what we're going to do is, we are going to join. Because remember, I only had 5 by 7 and 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 cards to work with. And I needed 11 by 5 1/2, I guess. So, or whatever this is. Looks like 11. Alrighty, so the first thing we're going to do is we are going to join our cards.
Well, it's 4 1/4 plus 4 1/4 plus 4 1/4. So it's 12 3/4.
Oh, okay. So that's how big it is.
Right?
Right. So you need 2 cards.
Yeah.
You need 2 cards. Okay, so we've got it like this. And then get your bone folder. And I'm going to fold this over. And fold it in half and crease it. And so we're making our gatefold part, okay? And you're going to do that on both sides. Okay, so now you have a gatefold card. Yes, because on the original, they did not meet. And I like it better when they meet.
Okay.
Alrighty, so there is your card base. 2 cards put together. Now we're going to add the self-closing mechanism. So you've got 2 pieces here. So they're folded in half, and then there is a little score line there. So you're going to fold that on that little score line, or just fold it in half. And then you're going to do the same on this one. And there's a little score line there. So now you have 2 pieces that look like this. Like a Z fold. Okay. So we're going to have one at the top that looks like that, and one at the bottom that looks like that. So they're just reversed. This is the top, and this is the bottom. So I've got this one at the top. And this one at the bottom. Alrighty. So I'm going to do the bottom one first. So this little section here, I'm going to put tape on there. And it's going along the bottom to the left of that score line. So we're working on the center of the card. This is the center of the card. I've got it lined up on the bottom and to the left of that score line. Okay? Okay, so that's that. All right, see this left side? We're going to fold it in. Okay, fold it in. And we are going to attach this side. So you can use this width as your guide and just put your tape on using this part as your guide. So I've got the tape in the bottom here. So then I'm just going to take this and fold it over, lining up the bottom. Might hang over a little bit, but that's okay because we can just trim it off. And there's your first mechanism. Okay, so now you can just fold that over and trim the side there. And there's the bottom. All right, now we're going to do the same for the next, for the top. So we're going to put this one here. Okay, so I'm going to put tape on this side. You could turn your card around and just do the same thing. Why don't we do that? Why don't we just turn it around and do the same thing we just did? Put that on, like so, along the bottom. I'm going to fold the left side over and use this part as my tape guide, and then fold this over, lining it up along the bottom. Okay, and then I have a little bit of an overhang, so I will just trim that off. And there's our card. So this part, the right part, folds under here, and the top part folds under there, and then it's self-closing. I know, it's very cool. Ta-da! Love it. All right. All right, so now we have our inside card, this little one right here. So we're going to take this red paper and we're going to attach it to the front of our mini card. All right. There we go. And we have a season's greetings. Oh, I didn't get my little pack. Sorry. Get your little pack. So we have season's greetings and our sleigh, and we got some little candies, presents, 2 little candies, a reindeer and a Santa, and a tree. And I don't know where my gold star went. I lost my star. Well, I'm sure I can find another one. I'll get Cindy to look for one. Should be a little gold star in there. All right, so in front of this, we are going to put Season's Greetings. And I'm putting it right in the middle. Okay, and then I'm going to put adhesive on the back of my mini card and bring back my big card, and that's going to go right in the center. All right. There's another pack. I don't know if it's in the other one. All right, now we're going to put these on the sides, our little sweater paper.
Like this?
Yep. Thank you. Okay, so now we're going to decorate it. So the first thing I'm going to put on is my Christmas tree. And the stem of the Christmas tree is going to the bottom of the card, and the edge of the tree is to the left. Okay, so it looks like that. And then my star is going to go on the top of the tree. Crash. There we go. And then I have didn't I have my presents?
I heard you say that.
Where did they go? Didn't I say presents?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did.
Well, we'll have to find them. I don't know what happened to them.
See anything on the floor? What
Well,
about
you're
it?
supposed to have two little presents.
Show me the card. Okay.
All right, so we'll work on the top one, and when I'll get the presents later. Okay, so the top one, I'm just decorating this section here. So I'm going to put the sleigh on. And I'm going to put this on here. Now you'll see that the sleigh runners are going to be hanging over. I'm going to have to trim that off. So I'm just going to trim those off. They can't be hanging over. All right. And then I have these little candies. I'm using these sort of as presents. So I'm just going to tuck those in there. You can cut the little end off of them. And then just put them here. It's really just to fill space. There we go. And then I'm going to put my deer on, my reindeer. It's going to go right here. So the antlers are settling themselves into the top right corner. So it's on an angle, and those antlers are just settling right in there, like that. So you can see I've just got them right there. And then the Santa is going to go right here. I could actually put him a little more on an angle so you can see his body. And Santa's going to go in here. You don't want to get any tape on this area, so we just want it in here. Okay? And there's our Santa. All right, Cindy found me some presents. Put one there. And one here. And there we go. There's our card. And then it goes like that. How cute is that? Ta-da! It's a great card. Love it. Who thinks of these? I tell you. Creative people. I remember sitting there looking at all of this ephemera thinking, what the heck? What am I going to do with it all? But then all of a sudden it all comes together. So cute. Love it. Yeah, if you're doing it later with the YouTube video, you can stop and start it, work at your own pace. If you're going to make them again, you'll be able to watch the video because this will be deleted in 30 days.
Yeah. Not by us. It's a Facebook.
Yeah, it's a
thing.
Facebook thing. All right, this one is called a vertical floating card, and I have detailed instructions for it as well. The ephemera, this is card number 9. The ephemera is these two. Okay. So we've got 2 nutcrackers there. Okay. The Christmas Magic and these nutcrackers are chipboard. Okay. And then we have Merry Christmas on the back with the nutcracker head. So this is a fun card to make. It stands up like that. Personal message on the back. All right. And it's just this little package right here, okay? We have some acetate. Open this up. We have these pieces. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of those. And then we have 2 of these longer ones. We have 2 white ones that have score lines on them. We have a piece of gold, and we have the card base. All right? So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to, I'm going to put the gold on in the center. It goes right here. Okay. And now we're going to build the card. So this is the mechanism for the top, or the top band. And we're going to mountain fold on all of the score lines. Okay, so I'm mountain folding on all the score lines, and then I'm going to mountain fold on this one as well. One is for the top, one is for the bottom. Okay. All right. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to put adhesive on the left, first left section. Oh, there's my present. There's one of them stuck to my, and the top and the bottom, we are going to put adhesive on that left section, okay? So I'm going to bring it over, and I am going to line it up with the bottom of the card and the right edge, okay? So bottom of the card lined up with the right edge, or sorry, left edge. There's about 1/4 of an inch space right here, okay? 1/4 of an inch space. All right, I'm going to do the same with the top. I'm going to line up. So you can see this score line right here. It's going on the right side of the score line is lining up with the edge of the paper. And there's 1/4 of an inch space right here. So these fold over. See that? They're going to fold over. All right. So now we're going to take our one of these papers, and it's going to go right here. Okay? I'm leaving about 1/8 of an inch at the top and the bottom. Now don't put this one on yet because we have to attach the other side. All right, let's fold these over. And I'm going to put adhesive on these sides. And then I'm just going to fold this under, lining up the top, and then just put that down. Okay? So I'm taking this, folding this under on the right-hand side, and just attaching it, lining up the bottom. And there's our hexagon. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to take this piece, I'm going to put tape on it, and I'm going to slide it in here and put it on to cover up those sides. So just slide it in, leaving about 1/8 of an inch at the top. And there we go. So now it looks like this. So it lies flat for mailing. All right. Now we're going to take this one and this one, and we're going to put those on the fronts. And this one. And then we have 2 pieces left over. What we need to do with these is we are going to fold them in half and then cut along that fold line. And we're going to do that on both. We're going to fold them in half, and it's best to fold them with the wrong side up so that you can see that fold line. Otherwise, you might have trouble seeing it. And then these are going to go on these little areas, okay? Make sure your little hearts are going in the right direction. I try and make it as easy as can be. There we go. I'll give you a minute to catch up. You imagine if you had to cut all this paper? We'd be here forever.
You would only do 8 cards instead of 15.
Yes. Well, I think it takes kind of the fun out of it too, because I would find that stressful. I'm going to trim this off. You can kind of fold these if they're hanging over a bit. And just trim them off. I love this card too. Okay, now we have this acetate. The acetate is going in the center of our card. But we want it under. Okay? So I'm going to put adhesive on top. And then I'm going to slide this under and attach it. See now, I just figured out I could have put it on the top, it would have been easier, and then just put these on top of the
Oh,
acetate.
true, yeah.
See, I've made this card before, but I just figured that one out. So now we have our acetate here. So now on our acetate, we are going to attach our nutcracker. Okay, and of course he's gonna go right here, right smack in the middle. And then we have, on the one with all the numbers, we have 2 chipboard. I want to call them lumberjacks, I don't know why. Nutcrackers. Good heavens, Marilyn. Aren't they cute? Now I have to find my, there they are. And then I'm gonna put a little gem on his belt. I thought it just added. It's amazing, eh? What a little gem like that can do. And there we go. And then on the back, I'm using the clear stickers. So they're on this one. 25, fa la la, best day ever. And there's Merry Christmas right there. So I'm gonna take that. You have tons of stickers left over. Now flip this over. I'm gonna put Merry Christmas on the bottom here. And then I'm going to put my nutcracker head. And then you can do your personal message back here. I mean, there's lots of stickers left over that you'll be able to put on cards. And there we go. Easy peasy. Card number 10, last one in the package. So, number 10. So I needed a bow. And have yourself a merry little Christmas, and then this little frame. And the bow, I think some of these can be popped out. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, and then this is the card. And it's got a little bouncy to it. Okay, so we'll make that. And it's got a chipboard frame. So in the card, we have the mechanism, a scored piece. And we have some pink paper. And then everything else is ephemera. All right? Okay. So on the front, we are going to attach the pink paper right in the middle. Make sure the words are going in the right direction. And then we have chipboard frame, which is right here. So we'll just pop that off. And put that on our card. And there we go. All right. Now let's make the mechanism. And I show you right here how to do it. Okay? Alrighty. So the larger section is on the right. Okay? Larger section on the right. And then the 3 score lines are on the left. So the first score line is a valley fold. The second score line is a mountain fold. And the third score line is a valley fold. Okay? All right. Now we're on to the right side. The first score line is a valley fold. The next score line is a mountain fold. And the last score line is a valley fold. And I'm just going to give that a burnish. Okay? So now it looks like this. I'm going to put adhesive along the left-hand side, that 1/2 inch section. And then I'm just going to close this up. And it all fits nicely. And then we have our little pop-up. See that? And that is going to go in the center of our card. So when you put it in the envelope, this will close down, and when you take it out, it automatically pops up. Okay? All right, let's get this red frame. I'm going to glue on the sentiment, "Have yourself a Merry Christmas." That's just going to go right on there. And then I have this lovely bow, and the bow is going to go right there, the pink attaching to the top. Like so. Okay? And then this is going to go on here. Now, before I put that on, I'm going to put my buttons on. And the one where it has all the numbers, you see all sorts of buttons. See that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 buttons. So I'm just going to put them on in any order, it doesn't matter. Sort of on the outer edge. There we go. I don't think. And then there's some square ones here. Put one maybe there. Okay, once you've got all your buttons on, you can put adhesive on the center piece. And then attach this in the center. And then it pops up and down. And there we go. I wanted to use the buttons, so this is what I came up with.
Oh, cute.
So that one was card number 10. Okay, we're on to package 3. So carefully pull out 3. It's got a piece of acetate sticking out the top. This is a cute one. This is a Z-fold card. It's card number 11. So we have the little Polar Express, and then again, we have the little houses and whatnot. I thought it turned out really cute. Okay. So we have a little North Pole Express. We have a house, sentiment, another house, and the train. Okay? And in the card, we have a piece of acetate. And we have the snow. We have candy cane paper, 2 of them. We have red. We have white. And we have green. Okay? Don't lose your acetate. All right. Take your bone folder. We're going to take this acetate strip and we're going to fold it in half and give it a crease. All right. And then we're going to take, so it looks like this, the opening is on the right. We're going to take that top right side and fold it back to the left. So we're just folding that in half again and giving it a crease. So now we have our Z fold. Now normally we would use, I'd be using white cardstock, but I decided I would use acetate for this one. All right? Okay.
Yeah.
So we're just going to put that aside. And we're going to take our red paper, and it is going to go on here. And then this is going here. Okay. So this is the red, and it's going on the inside of the card. And then we're going to take our little snow mountain and just dry fit it. We're just going to put it here because we're tucking a house behind it. Okay? So we're tucking this house behind it. So I'm going to put it about there. Okay, so I haven't put the snow bank on yet, so I'm going to put my house on now. So remember, this is not attached, and I'm just going to slide that in where I want it. Okay, so my house is there, and then this is going here, like so. So we can put that. Did she go outside?
In the backyard.
Oh,
She doesn't run away anymore. Apparently, yes, that's what she did.
all right, so we've got those on. Now I can add my snowbank. Alrighty. Okay. So there we go. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to take the front of our card and fold it in half to create the Z fold. Okay. Let's bring in our acetate. All right, I'm going to put some adhesive on this part. So I'm just going to put like an inch. I'm going to put it about 1/8 of an inch from the bottom. So I'm going to put this here. Okay. And then this side, I am going to put some tape here and then attach. No, I did that wrong. Did it wrong. Don't do it. I put it on wrong. All right, let's start that again. Okay, I'll put this on again. Sorry about that. And then I'm folding this under, and then this part is going on here. So then when it opens, it looks like that. See that? Sorry about that. I must be getting tired. This is a full day for me. All right, now I'm going to put this here. And then the other one I'll put on here. Okay.
It's raining.
Oh, is it? Alrighty. So now I've got my Polar Express train, and it's going to go right here. So we'll put that on. Right over to the edge there. Can go if you want. And then the little house goes here. So we have that. And then I have a little tree here. That must be a sticker. It's right here. Merry Christmas, and there's a pink tree, and here's the green tree right here. Sounds like a squeaky toy. And I'm just going to put my little tree in here, like that. Okay? There we go. And then I've got my little, I'm going to use 3 of these. One, 2, 3. Doesn't that look cute with the little, just what it needed. I love this card. I think I've said that on every card.
They're cute.
There we go. Now on the back, we're going to put the green. And the white, and that's for your personal message. What's she want?
She's not as good at jumping anymore, but
Oh.
she doesn't like to get picked up.
Oh,
But then she likes to be up,
right.
right? I know.
How old is she?
She'll be 17.
Oh my goodness. And then because we need a little ticket, we're gonna put a little ticket on here.
And now she's purring.
She's not spoiled.
Not at all.
No.
Gord works at home, so she usually sleeps in his office all day and has company. And then when she wants on his lap, she hops up on his lap. But now, like, for him to be gone this long during the day is very unusual.
Yeah, Guster, he'll come. He doesn't, I can craft for so long, and then he just comes in and goes, Grandma, forget it. Get in the living room. So, or he wants up and I have to craft with him on my lap. All right, so here's another cute one. Adorable. Sentiment on the back. And they get a little ticket.
You could make that ticket into a pocket and put some money in there.
Yes, you could. Yes, you could. All righty. we are on to this one. And this is another gift card holder, and this is also a Lawn Fawn gift card holder. All right, here's another paper scrap one. And this one is card number 12. Okay. Special delivery. Be careful, there's lots of pieces in this one. All right, we've got all our little pieces. And then we have the front of our pocket. It's got nice little stitching on it. And this is our pocket. And then we have this for the front of our card. All right. All right, so let's do our special delivery. I mean this. Okay. All right, you're going to take a ruler and a pencil, and from the bottom of this paper, you're going to put a little tick mark at 3. Okay? So I'm measuring up from the bottom, 3. Or if you want down from the top, it's 2. And then from this bottom, I'm measuring 3/8 of an inch. However, it's easier if you measure from the top. And it's 4 5/8, if you know 5/8. So, but if you're measuring 1/8, I'll just show you here. So here's 1. And then this is 1/8. And this is 1/4. And this is 3/8. 1, 2, 3. And then the next one is 1/2. So your 3/8 is 1 less than 1/2. Okay? So that's your 3/8. All right. So we're going to take this piece and we're going to run it along the top of this bottom mark to the top of this top mark. So the bottom and the top. Okay? Alrighty. Then we're going to take the green and the star paper. And the green paper is going to go from here to the top of the left. Okay, so I'm just going to mark it from here to the top to the left. So about half of this you can put your tape on. And just for registration lines or guides. So I've got the right side of this paper strip matched up to the top left corner, and I'm leaving about 1/16 of an inch between paper here. Okay, so there's my guidelines. So now it's just a matter of putting on the rest of my papers. So the next one I'm going to put on is this one. So I'm leaving a 1/16 of an inch in between them, like so. And then I'm going to put this one on. So at this point, I'm going to cut these off because I'll be able to use them, okay? And I'll cut these off as well. All right. So now I'm going to take my star paper, and it's going to go here. And my ornament paper. And then this one I'm going to put a little piece of red. Okay, and then I'll trim those off. Oops, I'll have to put that in at the end. There we go. And I'll trim that off. All right. And then to finish it up, I'll put my green on. And then my ornaments. Now you have to remember you need a right angle, so trim that off. And then a little bit of red. And I'll just trim that off again. And there we go. Again, this would be a great one for cards for charity, using up your scrap papers. So pretty. And then I'm going to take that and put it on the red mat or burgundy, and put it to the front of my card. Okay. Now we have special delivery, and again, this is a clear sticker, and the flowers right below it. And I put special delivery because on the inside is the gift card holder. All right, so this is the gift card holder. Very easy to make. You can see the score lines there. So we're just going to fold on those score lines to make the pocket. Okay? You can see the top of the pocket here has stitching on it. I'm going to use my tape to attach this. My 2-way tape. And again, this is a Lawn Fawn gift card holder. So they're both great to have. This one you could tuck money in it as well. So I'm just going to take the tape backing off. All right, and we're going to put it in the inside. Like so. Isn't that lovely? Gift card, money, whatever. And then this cute little stitched mat goes on top. And of course this all comes with the die. And there we go. And it's special delivery. Ta-da! Love it. It fits right in there. Perfect. There's my star.
Oh, good.
Find these things after the fact. Alrighty. I love this card. All right. Ooh, fun one. Shaker card. So now we're going to do 3 5x7 cards. So this one is card 13, and it is a fun shaker card. So in here we have the zigzag paper, and we have a gold mat, and we have acetate. All right? And then for the ephemera, I got the wrong stars. Oh well. What did I put? Yeah, they're supposed to be these things. I got those.
They're supposed to be like this?
Yep.
Are they stickers?
No, they're from that pack.
Okay.
All right. And there's my sparkle and shine. Okay. All right, the first thing we're going to do is we are going to fold these. No, actually, we're going to miter the corners, okay? So I'm going to, where the two lines intersect, I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to miter the corners. And you're going to miter all four corners. All right, so it looks like this. Now I'm going to fold over the sides. There is a 1/2 inch scored section here, and I'm just going to fold all four sides on that 1/2 inch section. Are they in that one?
Not so far. No.
I think there's another pack here. I don't know if they'd be in there or not. Might have mixed it up with another one. Okay, so it looks like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put our tape on the inside of these folded sections. Thank you. Oops. All right. Now I'm going to take this chevron, I guess that's a chevron, and I'm going to set it inside here, and it should fit. If you need to trim it, you can always trim it, but it should fit. And you want to place it face down, all right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the tape backing off. 3 sides only. All right, 3 sides only. And you're gonna leave the top one, the short top one, with the backing on it. I forgot to take this one off. There we go. And then I'm going to do this side. Okay, so now it looks like this. And I've got a little pocket here. So you're going to take your gems. You certainly don't need the whole package. I think I used half of it. Don't think I need that many either. I think that looks good. And then I'll fold this over and seal up my pocket. Then I'm going to take my bone folder and just go over those seams. Okay, and then we have our little, you can push down on it, make it flat. Alrighty. Okay, so now I have this. So I'm going to put this on, and then you have to tape this one. You can certainly use liquid glue as well. Put that on there. And then I'm going to put my flower on. I'm not using any pop dots on this. You get enough height with your shapers. I think I'll lift that up a bit and tuck it under. There we go. And then we put our sparkle and shine on. And this certainly does sparkle and shine. And then I have a star. Put that on. And then I have these little and there we go. Now when I attach these to my front of my card, First of all, I'm going to attach this gold. So we'll put this on. And then I'm going to use my soup weighing tape to attach my shaker. Alrighty. I think I'm gonna add a couple extra strips in the center here. And I'm going to take off my tape backing. And there we go. This is so pretty. And there's our card. I love it. Very pretty. Now I'm going to add my little blings. You need 4 of them on this one. So I put it in the center of the poinsettia and the ornaments. Just to give some interest. And there we go. I think it's adorable. So that was number 13. We mark our cards, so I'm just erasing the 13. It was funny, one time I used to write things like where I got something or ink colors or whatever on the back of my card. And I sent my sister a birthday card and she goes, "Is there any reason why I have to know what inks you used?" I'd given her.
What's spiced marmalade?
Yeah. It was all written on the back of the card. It was funny. Or I'll leave a number on the back. All right, this is a pretty one. I like this idea of having the florals just across the top. Simple. You can make lots of cards with what you have left over. and add everything like this. Very simple. All right. So the only thing that's in here is the gold, the peach, and the pink and the stripe with the card. And then my ephemera is number 14. I have a lot of ephemera. Whoops. Got a bow and poinsettia and flowers. There we go. I have these two I can add. Anyways, okay. So I'm going to take this stripe paper and put it to the front of my card, leaving my 1/8 of an inch border. And then I'll take this one and put this on the top, leaving a 1/8 inch border. So then I have this little line here, and I'm just going to cover that with the gold. I actually cover the whole gold up. I didn't realize that. So I really don't need this on. But we'll put it on. Alrighty. So I'm going to start with this larger flower, and I'm just going to pop dot it in the center. So again, I'm going to cut this square. All right, and I'll just put that there because we're going to be tucking things underneath it. So I'm just going to put this about an inch from the left. All right, and then this can be along the gold, sort of on an angle. There we go. All right, and then I'm going to take that one. Then I'm going to take my poinsettia and I'm going to put it right up here. Okay. So because that's got the pop dots on it, we're able just to tuck everything underneath it. Okay. So we've got that one. Alrighty. And then I have this white poinsettia. I'm going to kind of put that right there. Is it pronounced poinsettia or poinsettia? The way it's spelled.
I've always heard it said poinsettia,
Yeah.
but who knows?
So there's that. I'm gonna turn it a bit. Cover that spot up. Then I have a little pink flower here. And I actually pop dot that one. So let's get a little pop dot going. And that one's gonna go right there. So now I'm showing some of that gold. Alrighty. So now I've got my red poinsettia. I'm gonna put that there. Like that. And I have this little pink one here. Show some of the gold there. So I'll let you catch up there. I have this one. And then I have some holly. And we have this cute little bow. Oops. I broke it. I'm gonna put that right there. That doesn't look right. Oh, I had it upside down. There we go. I used foam tape on this, but I don't think it needs it. I think it's fine flat. I love striped paper. I think that's really pretty. So you'll be able to make this card for sure, because there's lots of ephemera left over, I think. Well, you can make all the cards, because it's all double ephemera,
Yeah.
so, very nice. My goodness, we're at our last card, girls. Are they keeping up?
They must be busy, because there's not a lot of chatter.
Okay. This is the last card, and this card,
And then you have the box.
and a box. But this card was the example here. See that?
Oh, yeah.
So I thought I'd use one of them. So we have the paper and the red paper, and then everything else is on here. also have a sentiment. And the sentiment is on here with the pink tree. Merry Christmas. All right, so let's get this on. Now this is going in the upper top, all right? So I'm leaving 1/4 of an inch around. Help if I put it straight. There we go. And then I'm going to put the red on. Alrighty. So I'm going to take my little Merry Christmas here and put it on the bottom. And now we're going to put our little, so these are going to be 1/4 of an inch from the top and 1/4 of an inch from the side, okay? So I can take my ruler, where's my ruler? And just line your ruler up. Like so. So these ones are 1/8 of an inch apart. So I'm just putting my ruler there so that I can make sure the bottoms are straight. There we go. Number 3. Number 4. Okay, so there's the first row. And I'm using my ruler to line, to line them up. All right, now the next one, 5. I think I'm going to do the bottom and then the center. So I'm lining this,
That's a good idea.
I'm going to line this one up down here, 1/4 of an inch from the bottom and 1/4 of an inch on the side. Okay, and then move my ruler this way, and then line, oh, I don't want 5 though. I want 9. So 1/4 of an inch from the bottom and 1/4 of an inch from the side. Put my ruler there. How many are you singing this song in your head? go. And now I'm gonna put my middle ones in and just line them up. And there we go. There's our card. I forgot to put some of these in somewhere.
It's okay. I'll find it.
Oh, I know where I didn't put them.
Oh, yes.
I didn't put them
The
here.
Center's there, yeah.
There we go. All done. So that's, I forgot to put those gems on. So that is all of the cards. Okay, last one. So we have made 15 cards. And I hope you all enjoyed it. Now we're going to make this cute little favor box. So cute. Be adorable on the table at Christmas time, Thanksgiving, whatever. So this is all the little paper. So we'll just take those off. And I've given you a handout for it. I should ask, I've always wondered, do you want a handout? Answer yes or no. Like, do you actually use the handout? I've often wondered if you make the cards or make a card using the handout.
Good to know,
So,
because it does add to the price of the kit.
yeah, so I just am curious if you do use it, or I guess you like a picture of it. I don't, yeah, like, let me know. Or would you like it just delivered
Online?
online? I don't know. I'm,
Yeah, they're answering, so you can look at it later.
yeah. So I'm just curious. Alrighty, here we go. Now here is the templates that I'm used. I got these from the Paper Pixie. So we're gonna get our scoreboard. Now it's already scored, but I'm still gonna show you on your scoreboard. Okay? So the paper is 8.5 by 7. All right? And you're going to score it at, it's already scored, but I just for you to do future. You're going to score it at 2, 4, 6, and 8. All right? Then you're going to rotate it one turn, and you're going to score at 2, 4, 5, and 6. All right? Okay, now what we're going to do is we are going to fold it back I'm just reading here. Fold it back on the second score line. Okay, so this picture here, I just realized, this should come down more. This little piece here should be a little bit longer. Because it's the second score line. That looks like it's the first score line. So this just should come down. Okay? Alrighty. And then what we're going to do is we are going to take our pencil. So I folded it over on the second score line. So it looks like this. I folded it over on the second score line. And then I'm going to mark it with my pencil at 1, 3, 5, and 7. All right? So that half-inch section is on the right. See that? There's that half-inch section. And this is the half-inch section here. All right? And then these are the little tick marks. We did 1, 2, 2. No, our tick marks are 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Okay. Now we'll take this away. Now we're going to cut diagonally from our tick marks. So here's our tick mark here. I'll draw with a pencil. I'm not going to, okay, so I'm going to diagonally, 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 okay? So there's our little lines that I've drawn. So now what we're going to do is we're going to cut those. So I'm going to just go from my tick mark to that first score line. And then I'm going to go from my tick mark to that first score line. And then I'm going to cut this out. So right through that score line. So it looks like this. And then I'm going to go from this tick to that score line and then cut this out. Okay? And then I'm going to cut from that tick line to the score line and cut this out. All right. So now it looks like this. I'm just gonna erase those pencil lines. Okay, so now it's going to look, see the little triangles? And that looks like this. All right, next. Along the bottom, we're going to cut up to the first, to that first score line on these score lines. Okay? All right, so now I've got these cut. Okay? I'm going to turn it this way because what we need to do is I'm just going to fold this one under, and I'm just, there's no line or anything, I'm just going to cut this in half. And then I'm going to fold this one under. And I'm going to cut this one in half. All right, so now it looks like this. I'm also going to cut this section out right here. And I'm also going to cut this section out. Not this little tab here. Alrighty, so now it looks like this. So we have, whoops, we have a tab here. We have a tab here, 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 and here. Okay? Now, I'm going to fold on all of the score lines. So I've done the horizontal score lines, fold on those. And now I'm going to do the vertical score lines. All right, now I've folded on all of the score lines. Now I'm going to do a little trimming, a little mitering. So these little pieces here, I'm just going to cut little wedges off the sides, like so. Just miter those corners. And I'll miter this corner. And I'll miter this corner. All right. Okay. So basically, what's going to happen now is we're folding this over like this. Okay? And we're going to fold this up like this. We're not going to tuck this one in yet. Okay? So what I want to do is, so this top part is folded over to the outside. So it looks like this. So this is on the outside. and then I'm going to fold this up to create the box. So I'm going to have to put some tape on here. I'm actually going to use liquid glue. So I'm going to put liquid glue on here. Okay, and I'm just going to fold this over like that to create the box. All right. So once that side is glued, and then I'm going to fold in those tabs that we cut, and I'll put glue on here. And fold this over. And then I'll put glue on here. And fold this over. So that's created my box. I'm going to turn that over and take my bone folder and just go on the inside. All right, so now we have our box that looks like this. So you can see how you can push this down. See how you can push that down? Like that. You push it down, and then it pops up. Push it down. When it's in the down position, it just automatically, you just push it and it goes in. You're going to put some glue on this tab here. And just tuck it under in the closed position. Okay, just tuck it under in the closed position. And then you can open it and close it. So just push that. I'm using liquid glue, so you just want to hold that until it's glued. Any questions? So it opens up like this and closes like that. So you can just work it. And there you go. All right, now we're going to take these little pieces. And I'm going to all right, I have to figure out that's going there. So there's 4 that are the same size. Okay, with these squares, there's 4 that are the same size. All right, and then there's 2 that are the same size. And then there's 1 that is 1 5/8 by 1 5/8. It's just a little bit bigger than these ones. Okay, so what we're going to do is, these ones we're going to put on first. So these go on the sides of the box. So we'll get those on. Okay, so we're going to put these on the 4 sides. Okay, so now I've got my 4 sides covered. Now these ones we're going to cut in half. You can see which way you're going to cut it in half. So I'm going to fold this in half. So the longest part, the wider part is across, okay? So I'm going to cut that in half. And take this one. Well, there's only one way to cut it because the bows are going a certain way. Okay, once you have those cut and your 4 pieces, those are going on the side of the lid. All right, now we can close that up. Okay, now we're going to do the top. So this piece of paper is 1 5/8 by 1 5/8. And what we're going to do is cut it diagonally. I could just use my scissors. That way. And this way. Okay, and then these are going to go like so. And there we go. And then you have that little magical tag. And you could put the person's name on the other side and tuck that in like that. And there's your little box. Opens and shuts. All right, so there we go. It's magic. So cute.
Super cool.
Hmm?
Super cool.
It is. Alrighty. So there we go. We're all done. I hope you enjoyed that. Where's all my cards? So I donate all these cards to Cards for Charity. So they're going to be getting 30 cards from me because I will be donating these. Well, not the 5x7s. I don't think they take 5x7s. But they take all the others. So I'll be donating all of my cards to Cards for Charity. If you love making cards, I'm doing another one in November, November 1st. And it is called Simply Stated.
I'll put up a link.
Yeah, Cindy will put up the link. So if you had a good time and you enjoyed it and would like to do it again, I'm doing another one on November 1st. Cindy will also, we'd like to take a survey to see how many people, or did they answer about the
They
handout?
answered, yeah, they almost all love them. The
Oh.
ones who answered really like them, yeah.
Oh, okay.
and
Alrighty
follow
then.
along with them.
We will continue, I will continue making them then. All right, I think that's it. So like I said, you've got lots of paper left. You can make some more. And always think of Cards for Charity. They always need lots. I think 4,000 Christmas cards last year.
Yep,
So you can always make cards and send them over.
any time of year, like if you
Yeah.
wanna start in January and say you're gonna make 10 a year, 10 a month, we're happy to have them.
Yeah, and then you can, there's drop-off sites. You can drop them off at Scrapbook Cottage. You can drop them off at Cindy's house.
We have a few in different parts of
yeah.
the city.
Yeah, so you can do that. And don't forget, I do videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yes, these, I'm going to upload this video, both videos, to the YouTube. Please, please, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's the Scrapbook Cottage Winnipeg. You must put in Winnipeg. And then you can just, because that's where everything is. All my videos, the Tuesday, Thursday videos are there. There's hundreds of videos there.
Yeah,
Because everything I've done for the last 5 years is all up on YouTube. So there's lots of videos if you want to get inspired. So Cindy and I thank you very much. Have a great weekend. And we'll see you the next time.
bye.
Bye.